Good afternoon there, boys and girls, and welcome to another exciting episode of Adventures of the Broken Retired. Now, you may be asking yourself a couple things. First thing you may be asking is, Don, why are you always on my screen? Well, hopefully the answer to that is because you tuned in because you find something I do entertaining. I don't know. But I do appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. The next thing you might be wondering is, Don, do you ever take any time to do nothing? I take as much time to do nothing as I can stand, okay? I'm just a workaholic. I can't stop. I now that I'm retired, I don't do it 12 hours a day. I do it 4 or 5 hours a day because I can. But there's always things that need to be done. And I am a firm believer that your life should always be moving forward. You should always be progressing, making progress. You should always be improving things. You should always be doing something positive. So, a lot of stuff. I'm doing whatever I can. Now, today, remember the last couple of days, I put those 6x6 posts up outside for the fence. So today I have to make the gate. Now I'm going to make the gate. I took the measurements on the fence. I'm going to make the gate in the garage here. But there's what some people refer to as an STD. That's right. We're talking about we have an STD. What is that? A slight technical difficulty. What'd you think I meant? Anyway, the difficulty that we have, I'll show you. I got to turn the camera around. To be able to turn the camera out, I got to stop it. So sit tight. I'll be right back. Okay, boys and girls. Let's start out right here. You see that? Let me fix my mic stand up quick. You can use it as a selfie stick. You see that? That's trash. Those red boxes, the pizza box, the box on top, that trash has got to go into that trash can. That trash can's got to be emptied. That bag, along with, there's no stinky trash in there. It's garbage. It's not garbage, it's junk. Excuse me. That bag and those two bags need to go down by the curb because tomorrow morning they're coming. Pick trash up. Now, let's talk about where our STD lies. Is it a problem with materials? Let's look. Nope. Look at that. That is plenty to build a gate with. I ran to Home Depot, got 2 2x6s and 2 2x4s. The rest of it I had here. So material-wise, we're good. All right? Let's talk about something else. Maybe what we have is a hardware issue. Well, if you look at that milk crate right there, that's what I call the hardware box. We do not have a hardware issue. Well, maybe we're short tools. Maybe that's what it is. Nope. Not short tools. Got tools everywhere. Got tools in boxes, got tools on shelves, got tools everywhere. So where is the STD? I'm going to show you. You see that round thing and that square box? And that bandsaw? And that table saw stand? And that vacuum cleaner? Behind all that stuff is my chop saw. That's the saw I need to use to make the gate. Which means that all this stuff not only has to be moved, but I gotta have room in here to work. And along with room in here to actually work, I've got to have that table cleaned off to work on. I've got the hiccups. So, I guess get started is the thing to do. It ain't gonna get done looking at it. And like I said, nothing gets done just standing there looking at it. So start out with getting rid of the trash, tear the boxes up, throw them in the trash can. We don't have cardboard recycling around here. They don't do that. So all of it just gets torn up and thrown in the trash. And of course, it gets torn up because those are contractor bags that I'm using, and they're pretty expensive. They're about $1 a piece, which is expensive for trash bags. But they're by far the best to use. You see those handles sticking up over there, tool handles? Those tools need to go back where they go. Got the same problem as everybody else in the world has. You gotta put stuff away when you're through with it. Won't put itself up. Now, where's this gonna go? Looking for a home for big things like that to be in the garage where they won't get damaged or get stuff stacked all over them or whatever is hard. Everything's on wheels because I knew I'd have to move it around. It's tough. And that saw is actually sold. It just hasn't come got it yet. Looking forward to it being gone and put into use by somebody else. All right. I've got to clean off that table. Slowly getting better. Hats from my company. And this is hardware for the gate. Better keep that handy. I've been buying stuff to build this gate with for a while, just pick up a little bit here and there and stick it in the garage while I'm thinking about it because I knew I was going to have to do it. So like I said, this is a project that's been that the lawn guy's been waiting on for a long time. Now I just finally have opportunity to do it, so go for it, right? And this is all paint stuff for the truck. Remember, I have a truck. It's like sometimes I forget that I even have a truck, I pass by almost every day, go look at it to see what sort of progress has been made. And as far as I'm concerned, they're a little bit behind right now, but that's okay. All right, that is Molly's extra countertop that Amy and I are trying to get back in the box. That stuff is hard to get. It's hard to roll it up tight enough to where it'll fit in there. But anyway, it takes two people. We got it done. Got the extra piece there. It's saved. I need to do something with this. This is the old thing off my floor in my office. Never tried to throw one of these away before. That's it's one of those plastic mats that you lay down on top of the carpet so the wheels on the chair don't tear the carpet up. Up until now, every time I've thrown one of those away, I used to always keep my truck parked right outside that open garage door. And anytime I had crap like that needed to be thrown away, I'd just throw it in the back of the truck, Well, I don't have the truck there right now, so everything has to go in the trash can. And I had never done that before. Turns out the easiest way to do it is what I'm doing. Just cut it up with the jigsaw and throw it in there. Took a little time, but you got it done. That's what needed doing. Break time. Spam call. Yeah, got to take a break, rest my back. Figure I'd blow the garage out as soon as I was done doing that. Clean up. This has been a very disappointing piece. I had a corded leaf blower that I used to use out there that actually worked pretty well, but I ended up dropping it and breaking it, so I bought that cordless one. That thing is horrid. You get 15 minutes of battery use, and it takes about 6 hours to charge it. And I've only got one, so time to rest my back because it hurts. All right, boys and girls. Yeah, it's hot. After a while, my back gets to hurting so much, I got to stop for a minute. And right here, I just realized that I didn't have any safety glasses, and I ain't working without them. I'm cool. I'm extra cool. Thankfully, I found those yellow ones up on top of my toolbox, and they weren't all scratched up. Well, the garage looks different, doesn't it? Like you can actually walk around and actually do things. It's incredible just picking stuff up and put it away. It's incredible how much space you got, and a lot of that stuff in there is going to get sold. It's going to get removed. I'm tired of having to trip over all that. I tried working out in the garage, building things out of wood, and really it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And I did make some decent money out there, but I can't do it anymore. It hurts my back too much. That board is warped as warp can get. Yes, it is. Boy, you get seasick looking at that one. The garage is cleaned out, got space to work, got a bunch of materials, got the hardware. Now it's just cut boards and put them together, make a gate that fits the hole. It doesn't usually take all that terribly long to do. I don't rush it. I don't push it, especially with this, because this is something I'm building for myself. And one of the absolutely wonderful things about being retired is that if I don't finish this today, I'll just go out there tomorrow and do it. No big deal. In fact, that's what I ended up doing. I kind of got tired. I just didn't feel like doing it. I had a little bit of garden work that needed to be done too. This table, as all these tables, are on wheels. When I built those benches, I put wheels on them because I knew they were going to have to be mobile. Take a break here. Hey there, boys and girls. Good morning. It's Thursday. What you saw earlier in this video was yesterday for me now. You know, one of the great things about being retired is that I get a little tired yesterday afternoon and I decide I don't feel like doing this anymore. I can always come back tomorrow, which is right now. It's today. Anyway, I took the time to today when I do this, I don't have to clean the garage out first. Everything's already taken care of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the table right here so that it can be used. The tabletop needs to be bigger. So I'm going to put some 2x4s on there, lay my stuff out, start mocking it up, putting it together, and get the gate done. So I can go ahead and get that finished with. I need to get back out into the pool pump garden. I got some problems going on out there, and I got a bunch of weeds coming up, but I don't want to stop the gate, which is a 2-year-old, 3-year-old project, to go work on the garden. So I can work on the garden. I'm retired. I can work on the garden tomorrow. Anyway, let's get busy with it. What do you say? I really have enjoyed my time of being retired. All right, tables are on wheels. I'm just starting to put the gate together. Table wasn't big enough. I meant to figure out how to do that. So one good thing about having a wooden workbench is you just screw other stuff right down to it. And you got plenty of working space. The gate is not anywhere near square because the hole is not square. The posts are straight, but the ground is uneven at the bottom. So the gate needs to be kind of a trapezoid shape. I've got 3-inch and 4-inch screws going in it. I put the hinge side board as a 2x6 because I don't like building gates this big. I don't like building gates anything over a couple of feet, 2.5 feet. I find that over time they tend to sag too much. And this gate, the boards across the bottom have to be very close to the ground because of Barney and Ed. Barney and Ed see a little bit of light underneath that fence, and they're going to try to dig out under it. Around most of the rest of the fence, I have a skirt board at the bottom, fence boards laid out sideways at the bottom, right down tight to the ground so that they can't dig out underneath there. Can't see any light. Now you see what I'm using that saw, the chop saw. I was kind of going at it back and forth, taking little bites. That's just because cutting cross-cut like that is hard on the blade. And just want to make sure I don't generate too much heat on the blade because it's going to dull it. And here we are just laying the pieces out and putting it together. I wish in real life I moved that quick. But no such luck. Especially now. And when it's hot, boy, I tell you what, when it's hot, it's the heat just sucks the energy right out of you. It's really incredible. I went on quite a while, working steady, taking a break every once. Of course, I edit the breaks. Take a break to sit down and rest my back. I edit that out. But for the most part, it was just steady day. The chop saw is a wonderful, wonderful tool to have. And all this cordless stuff. When I was a kid, none of that stuff was available. Everything had cords. And I never realized how much trouble, because there was no option, I never realized how much trouble cords were, how much of a pain they were. Having to plug everything in like that was an inconvenience. All these cordless tools, and those are rigid cordless that I'm using. And they're supposed to be guaranteed for life. Now, I registered the warranty on them. Break time. So I'm really hoping that, in fact, they are warranty guaranteed for life, because I have a reciprocal saw that's only running at about 1/3 to 1/4 the speed it's supposed to. And I've got to get on the website and check the serial number on the saw to make sure it's one of the ones that I registered. And it's, if it is, I've got to figure out what it's going to take to get it either repaired or replaced. If it's going to be ship it to them, the shipping is going to cost more than what replacing the saw would be. So I don't see any point in it, but we'll see what happens. That's a little 3/8 impact kind of thing, that tool, with a nut driver in it, and that's wonderful for putting those bolts. I think those are 5/16 lag bolts. Yeah, a little bit over 1/4 of an inch. 5/16 lag bolts that are holding the hinges on. Now I've got big support boards underneath those hinges, because I want those bolts to bite into something. Those hinges are rated at 40 pounds a piece. And I don't know how much the gate weighs, and I'm not really worried about it, but gate hinges is something where I've seen a lot of failures on gates in the past. So I decided when I built this gate, I'm going to use some extra hinges. Now you're going to notice when I put it up against the 6x6 posts that it attaches to. This is funny. I wish I could move that quick. You see the hinges on the right. The hinges are too long for the posts. They're sticking out. I've got to go over there and just bend them around the corner. But what I did, each hinge gets 3 bolts, and one of the bolt holes was sticking off the end of the post. I couldn't put a bolt in it. So what I did was I drilled 2 other holes in the hinges, kind of offset a little bit, so they each had 3 lag bolts on that side. And I'll go around and bend those back. Later on in the video, see on my left side there, that's the neighbor's fence on my left. But there's one picket that's fallen off and one picket that's broken at the top. At the end of the video, I fixed those. And you see the gate is going together, and I put that string up there, and I measured out the pickets of how long they had to be cut, because the ground is so uneven. The pickets had to be cut, and I don't know how I did it, but I cut them all wrong. I cut every one of them wrong. So I ended up just taking the string down, and what I'm going to do is, I was going to do it today, but it's raining outside today. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to zip the top off with the cordless skill saw, and then just recut the dog ears so I don't have to take the pickets back off. Just taking them back off and putting them back on just wears out the screw holes. And those fence pickets are integral to the strength of the gate itself. They hold it together. Well there, boys and girls, I went and took the last 3 pickets in the garage and cut them, and came back out here and got everything ready to go, turned on the camera, did all that. And the drill battery went dead. It's the only one I've got here, so I'm done for today. I'm just going to leave everything as is and come out here tomorrow, finish it up. 3 pickets left. The drill battery goes dead. Oh well. Alright, well, like I said, battery's dead, so I looked around. I don't have another battery here. I have 2 more. They're both at Molly's house. I do have a charger here, so I can charge what I've got, but by the time the battery charges, it's already 3 o'clock. It's peak heat of the day. I think it's about time to call it a day. It's hot, man. See how much I'm sweating. But the gate came out good. It's almost like somebody built it to fit there. Go Tigers. Little hit of water needs some good. All right. I think I'm about done for the day. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. See you. I guess I'll be back out here tomorrow with a hot battery finishing up. Hey, boys and girls. It's Friday morning. Now, we have here one charged drill. We have here one keep Don's bald head out of the sun. And we have here something to wipe the sweat off with. All right, let's go finish up a gate. What do you say? All right, time to get back out there and get back after it. Had some good weather. It was pretty hot, but it was weather-wise, it was really pretty good. Hot and humid and still, I guess is the way to put it. You're going to see the gate drag on the ground once in a while. That's just stuff laying there. There's broken up concrete laying down there, and there's some loose dirt. Just needs kicking out of the way. Oh, I got a yawn. Watching me work's making me tired. Anyway, the stuff on the ground is just loose there, and I can redo that. Put a little latch in to hold the gate shut. And start a little pilot hole, make it a little easier on me. There we go. That goes in. That will hold the gate shut. That's better. What we'll do, and we'll put one over there to hold it open for the long guy. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. I just hope he remembers to close it, because I can't see that when I let the dogs out. Well, boys and girls, how about this for making an ugly discovery? If you don't press record on the camera, it won't record anything. It just sits there turned off. A mistake I feel absolutely confident to say every single person who makes videos for YouTube has done the same thing. Forget to press record. All right, the reason I'm putting that board up there is just to hold the posts apart from each other, so the weight of the gate doesn't make the one on the left start to sag. Now, when you put this thing all together, at the end of it, it looks like it's crooked as crooked you can get because the ground is crooked, so the pickets are not straight. But that board is level. That board is level and it's square. I put it up with a level. Hello there, boys and girls. We're at it for another day, trying to get the fence done. Ran out of energy. Well, actually, what happened yesterday was the reciprocal saw that I have here is just crap. The cordless. I have a corded one, but I would have had to run a lot of extension cord. I didn't feel like doing it. So I just went this morning. My good reciprocal saw was at Molly's house. So I went over to Molly's house this morning and picked it up. I'm going to go unlatch the gate, open it, latch it open, go around into the backyard and cut the old fence down and do some attaching, and we should be done here pretty soon. So pretty soon the gate saga will be over with, and I'll be able to post the video about it. Sit tight. All right, the dogs are in the house. The gate outside is unlatched and open. Let's go in the backyard. Oh. 2 blades ought to be enough. As soon as this gate is done, I got to get in that garden. Pepper plants look horrible. Weeds growing everywhere. I've been busy with the gate. Look at all the tomatoes. Those tomato plants are growing like crazy. Good enough. And that's it for the battery. Can you believe that? Let me go put the battery on charge. Wow. Now, while I was at Molly's house, I got the other batteries. Hopefully, we'll get a little more time out of this one. There's 2 batteries. See how long will that next one last me. I find it incredible the amount of obstacles I've had to overcome for this. And it's dead. So now I go back and wait for batteries to charge. Unbelievable. Okay, I got one of the batteries charged up. Only charge them one at a time. How about that for luck with a battery? All 3 of them were on the verge of going dead. And you can't charge those batteries. They have to be completely dead before you charge them. They're very expensive. They're about $100. And if you don't let the battery run completely dead before you charge it, it shortens the life of the battery. You don't want to go around buying batteries. The tools themselves are not expensive. It's the batteries that are expensive. But anyhow, you noticed when I first came through by the garden, man, the garden is a mess. There's so many tomatoes in there on those vines. It's just incredible. The tomatoes are doing great. The peppers are doing horrible. I got to go fix them. I would be doing that today, but it rained all night last night. In fact, it's raining now, just kind of sprinkling. Everything's real wet. So it's just a mud hole out there. Oh, excuse me. Got the hiccups. just a mud hole out there, so I can't do it. So I'll just have to wait. It'll have to wait. The pepper plants are probably going to just have to be replaced. I'm debating on trying to save them, but it's just that they're not happy where they're at. I need to fix the ground that they're in, which means I've got to take them out. I don't know if I could take them out and put it back in successfully or not. Taking them out might kill them. What I'm doing here is I'm replacing some of the pickets that are broken while I'm out there working on the fence. There was 3 of them on the right-hand side of the gate. They all had to be cut to length because the ground is uneven. Then there's the 4th one. The other 2 that I'm going to fix here in just a minute are the 2 that I talked about earlier on in the video. Just fixing stuff up while I'm at it. That's how you do it, right? All right, that's what we're going to call close enough for being done. That's the other 2 pickets I was talking about that need to be replaced. That's the neighbor's fence, but I'm standing right there. I might as well do it. They need to be done. One was loose. One had to be replaced. And my gate is about as done as done's going to get. I got to go back outside. I got to recut the pickets. I've got to bend those hinges around. You could see just a minute ago that the hinges, see, they're too long for the posts. I got to bend those things around. And as we walk away, it looks like the top board is crooked. It's not. It's because of the hill. That's also why the gate had to open up the direction it opened. All in all, I think I built what'll work. I built what the lawn guy needs and what he wanted, and hopefully it'll stay together and hold up, and it'll all work out well. The heat takes it out of you, man. It's not even really that hot yet. It's probably low 80s. Humidity's real high. Air is real still. But the older I've gotten, the harder it is to handle the heat. Still wouldn't trade it for cold. Especially after this last trip we took in December. Oh. That's as done as the fence is getting for right now. The only thing that there is left to do, I got to make a burning pile. But there's a bunch of other stuff in the yard that's wood that has to be piled up as well. So really, I'm not ready for that yet. I got to take down those things that are behind. When you open up that new gate, those things that are behind there, I built those for grapes to crawl all over. And actually, the grapes grew well until the neighbor. I planted them right at the base of the fence. So they grow up the fence and then grow across the top of those things. And it was 3 grapevines, and they were going crazy. They were producing like crazy. I never got any of them. The birds got them all. But still, I was happy that the birds were getting them. And then the neighbor got tired of weed eating, I guess, and he sprayed some Roundup on the fence line, and that took care of my grapes. Oh well, there is one other bush back there, grapevine back there, that's really big. It's a muscadine vine, and it's loaded with grapes every year, but I don't get them. The birds get them, but that's okay. Feeding the birds is all right. So I just hope the birds don't take my tomatoes. There's a lot of birds in this yard. Anyway, the other thing that needs to be done with that gate still is I cut the pickets wrong. And, hot and tired. What I need to do is chalk line it, zip it across the top with a skill saw, then come back with the buzzy tool and dog ear the edges. So I could probably do that with the skill saw. dog ear the edges on the tops of those boards. It wouldn't take that long to do, but I'm about gated out at the moment, especially for today. I think I'm about gated out. Now I've got to go through by the garden and close those 2 gates so I can put the dogs back outside. Hopefully when the dogs see that new gate, they're not going to be attacking it trying to get out. They've never seen it open, so, you know, but with them guys, it's hard to tell. You never know what they're going to do. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. I certainly do appreciate it. All your support and all your kind words and all your comments are just absolutely wonderful. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And hopefully we'll see you soon on the next video. Thanks.